Working out of the gun. Mayfield to the right side and complete to Njoku. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And he's going to take this one down to the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
Mayfield now on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. The rookie picked off the rookie.
And guess what? They're pretty familiar with each other. It's not like when I was growing up and the dinosaurs were roaming the earth and you heard about a guy somewhere. Now they run into each other at camps, going through high school ball, recruiting, college games, all-star games, you name it. A lot more familiarity with each other.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big play there for the Browns. And even 50 yards. They go play action here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Landry again, the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was...
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Whitney Merciless. Able to drop him for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
So the next time we leave one of those coaches' meetings and we're walking out in the hall and you're like, how come we spend so much time talking about special teams?
Here you go. This is why.
This is why, right? And then look, I'm right there with you. We hear it every time we meet with coaches. But it is a big part of it. And look at how early in the game this occurs. They block a kick. And not only does it set a tone, it sends a message for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so much. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, Blue 80. Blue 80. Come back, come back.
On first down, Watson. Throw left side, complete. It's Hopkins. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15 he goes. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
The Texans with a first opportunity now from the red zone. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
Green the line. Green the line.
From the red zone now, Watson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Christian Kirksey coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Watson off play action. Being chased out left. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Gun, 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 gun.
They go play action. Mayfield. That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. A first down carry here for Johnson. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Gun, 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 gun. Hey, Detroit, 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 Detroit.
2nd down, Mayfield. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Mayfield off the play fake. Got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mayfield on first down. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, They have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry from 17 yards out. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game?
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Tiger.
To throw on second is Watson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for a loss of 10, and it'll be 4th and long. They are going for it. Here's Watson. On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
Come back.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Faking the give. Now Watson trying to lay one up deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Jonathan Joseph there for the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Mayfield. He's going to wind up and air it out. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, nice spin.
That brought back bad memories.
And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And they start the second half with Johnson. And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16. Carlos Watkins in there for the stop. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
I think someone's going to get in the QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That would be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. On third down, Mayfield. Underneath for Johnson. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
Here's Mayfield. That's Njoku over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. A give. This is Chubb. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield looks to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bernardrick McKinney leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Throwing, Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. He was looking for Landry that time. first possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
a second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. From the gun on third, Watson dancing to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're going for it. It's Watson. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the fourth down play to result in 23 yards. They go play action here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Looking long for Thomas. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Demaryius Thomas, 41 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And the Browns getting set to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground.
Green 39! Green 39! Gone! 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 Gone!
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Browns on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 2. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Browns on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie, and you know sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him right into the interception. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Buying time to his left. Caught left side Hopkins. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there at 22.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Back now in Houston. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4. Watson on 1st down. Steps away to his left. Forced out to his left. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Following the interception, Mayfield to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The Browns on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is third down and 12. To throw, Mayfield. Going deep here for Landry. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Trying to get it to Landry there. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. 46 yards. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Back to throw, Watson. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller from 8 yards out. And the Texans are in for 6. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They begin this drive with Chubb. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Mayfield on 1st down. He's going to look deep now for Litt. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. but you know there's usually a nice comfort zone and throw into the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Now Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. And that will be incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here we go on fourth. Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score. As Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. Then he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. And now out comes Houston. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Christian Kirksey in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Watson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
Watson now to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also 4th.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Richmond.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal.
Reset.
Now it's Watson. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another day.
He's going to get it running right. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. He tried to break that plane but couldn't get there, and that's going to leave him now at 3rd and goal. How about this Browns defense they've held so far? This is now 3rd and goal.
Down. Who ate it?
On the ground with a tight end. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
And no movement for the field goal unit to break this tie. They're going to go for this thing. 4th and goal. Here we go. Now Watson going to sneak it. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson with 6 seconds remaining. And the Texans have broken the tie. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 11. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that. But also, you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure.
Detroit!
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12.